Hello, Guardians. It's G10 coming at you with something a little bit different today. Now, Season with the Splicer has finally dropped, and I, for one, am having an absolute blast with it. If, like me, you just logged into Destiny 2 to play a couple of casual games, you'll notice that a lot of people are running around with the new Stasis Pistol, the Cryesthesia 77K, as it's a Season Pass reward and you can get it as soon as you get into the game if you have the Season Pass active. However, I'm not seeing a lot of people talking about the new breech-loaded kinetic grenade launcher, the Ignition Code. You get this one for free without needing the Season Pass as soon as you finish the new Season intro mission. I kinda want to talk about this one a bit because there are a couple of cool new things that this new grenade launcher brings to the table. Firstly, I'm going to talk about the way it looks. I, for one, love the Season of the Splicer aesthetic. I mean, just look at it. It brings to mind, an 80s futuristic vaporwave cyberpunk kind of look, and I personally love that. It takes shaders really well, but, I love the way it looks just by default. However, I believe this is the first grenade launcher that can actually roll with Slideshot, and that's one of the perks I got on mine. And if you don't automatically see where this is going, well, I'm going to tell you why it's so good. The number one weakness of grenade launchers in Destiny 2 is the fact that you have to spend a couple of seconds reloading them. You have to either be up in the air to keep your momentum while you reload, or hiding for a couple of seconds to get your next round in the chamber. Now, if you're reloading, if you're spending a couple of seconds just not firing, not fighting back, then that does give your enemies a chance to take you out. And in that entire reload, you can get 3-tapped by a 120, Dead Man's Tail, 1-shot by Yotza, or basically you're gonna die if you are in somebody's face with a grenade launcher and you're reloading. This is why auto-loading holster is such a good perk for nade and rocket launchers, but what if you never had to reload? With the Ignition Code, you can just slide around like you see me doing in this background footage and constantly just be chucking grenades at the enemy. If you have the Cryoclasm slide on your Behemoth Titan, you can keep your slide active for longer and actually shoot 3 grenades in one slide. That is actually insane. Now, I'm not the best at PvP as I'm mainly a PvE player, but someone who is already well versed in using grenade launchers will find that the Ignition Code with Slideshot is a dirty little kinetic launcher that is amazingly easy to use. For my Ignition Code specifically, I got Slideshot and Demolitionist as well as a Velocity Masterwork stat. I also got Proximity Grenades and Concussion Grenades. Not a huge fan of those round options, but Proximity Grenades do work well enough. I wish I had Spike Grenades that would enable me to really get into somebody's face, one-shot them, and if they don't die, it's the new Shotgun Melee. It's Grenade Launcher Melee. Now, since I got Demolitionist, I'll be pairing it with the new Hunter Stasis aspect, the Touch of Winter. If you don't know what this new aspect does, it enhances your stasis grenades. It basically makes your stasis grenades better and bigger and more annoying for people to deal with. Whisper of Torment as well will help keep my grenade cooldown shorter, and Whisper of Hedrons will buff my damage after getting a freeze, so this is really going to help with making my Ignition Code even more lethal. I'll also be rounding out this build with double bomber mods on my class items so that whenever I dodge, I get some grenade energy back. The ideal combo is freezing somebody with a stasis nade, then shooting them with the Ignition Code, which should be a one-shot kill in the Crucible. Again, I'm not particularly too good at PvP, but I did try my best. I got a couple of cool kills here and there, but I do need to practice with this thing a bit more. However, in PvE, this thing is just an absolute beast. Being able to slide around, constantly throwing grenade launcher rounds at ads and bosses is just so... Man, it just feels good. One problem that I did run into with this is the fact that if you're always sliding around and spamming your GL shots, you run out of ammo fairly quickly. I do have Grenade Launcher Scavenger, but I haven't been able to find the GL ammo finder as of yet. You can also get the Grenade Launcher Scavenger mod off of the Seasonal Artifact. If you want to be constantly shooting off GL rounds left and right, I think these mods are pretty much a must-have. If you don't have the Slideshot perk on your Ignition Code, you can focus Umbral engrams at the helm to get yourself some guaranteed Season of the Splicer weapons and hopefully, get yourself a really good roll. If you're familiar with how the prismatic recaster worked in Season of the Chosen, it works pretty much exactly the same in Season of the Splicer, except you're not going to be using hammer charges. Instead, you're going to be using the new resource, decrypted data. But that is going to be it for this video. Hopefully, this helped shed some light on why the ignition code is so good. I know a lot of people are going to be playing with the Cryesthesia 77K, and if you run into a sidearm user in the Crucible with your ignition code on, you can basically just throw a grenade at them, slide in, throw another one immediately, or if you have a grenade build like I'm trying to do right now, even though my discipline's kind of low, you can just freeze them with a cold snap grenade or get them in your dusk field, and those are going to be very, very easy kills for your ignition code. If this video helped you in any way, shape, or form, please do consider leaving a like on it, as it does really help me out. I do want to know what you guys think of the new season of the Splicer weapons and armor in the comments down below. So if you want to discuss with me a little bit, just leave down your comments and I will reply to them. And also, if you like this content, maybe consider subscribing to my channel. I am planning to put out a bunch more Season of the Splicer content, so look out for that. If you want to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, or Twitch, all 3 links will be in the description down below. I'll also be streaming a lot more soon as I finish moving out of my parents' house and into my own place, so look out for me on Twitch after, I think, May 17th. As always, I love you guys, have a wonderful day, and enjoy the new season.